Hey everyone, welcome back to lizfenwickdiy. In today's video, we are doing a trash to treasure, and stick around to the end of our video because I'm also doing a giveaway. So how I get my inspiration for all of these trash to treasures is when I am at the thrift store or the re-store, I will see an item and it just will click with me and I will know instantly what project I want to do. That happened when I found this first item. So I was at the re-store and I found this really cool frame and I thought it just had really intricate detail. I loved the lines on it and the detail, and I knew I could bring it back to life. It was $3, so I picked it up. I also went to Joann Fabric and grabbed some like white fabric with a little bit of silver on it to use to make a sign with this. So you want to use heat transfer vinyl anytime you're using fabric. It will attach to the fabric so much better. So I picked up some black heat transfer vinyl from Joann when I was there, and I cut out with my Cricut the words "good vibes only." So I'm going to be weeding out these letters. So I'm essentially just taking off the backing that I don't want to use in my project. Next, I'm going to place these words on my fabric and try to just get them aligned and centered as well as I can on my fabric. Next, you're going to have to use some source of heat to transfer this onto your fabric. Now, I have this really elaborate heat press that I bought at one point when I thought maybe I was going to sell things, but decided not to do that. So you don't need anything this intricate. You can use an iron, you can use one of the Cricut heat presses. You're just going to need to hold it on longer. For mine, I hold on for 20 seconds and it's at 375 degrees. So once you are done pressing it, you just want to take the little plastics on there and pull it up a little bit and make sure that it's attached to, make sure that your words are attached to the fabric. If they're not, just put it back on and heat it up some more. What I like to do then is just let it cool down. I don't rip the plastic off just yet. I let it cool down and then I take my plastic off. So for my frame, I really wanted to bring it back to life and make it stand out. So I'm going to use 2 coats of ink by Waverly on the whole entire frame. Now, when a frame has intricate detail, you really want to make it stand out the best you can. So you need to use a contrasting color to bring back the details. So what I'm using is white. You don't need a lot of paint. I'm just going to be using what's left on my brush, and I'm just going to lightly brush over the raised portions in my frame. And as you can see as I'm doing this, the detail's really popping out and you're able to see how cool this frame is. Next, I'm going to lay my fabric out and put my frame on the top. I'm going to use a tape measure and just try to center it so that it looks as centered as possible. I want to thank today's sponsor, Surebonder, and you guys know that I love their glue guns. I've been using their glue gun for about a year now. They reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to try some of our new products? And I was like, sure. So they sent me some of their new glue gun products to share with you. One of the really cool things they sent me was fabric glue sticks. I did not know that fabric glue sticks even existed, so I was so excited to try these. So I just put the fabric glue stick into my glue gun, and that's what I'm going to use to attach my fabric to the back of my frame. So I just went through and lightly glued one side of it and then put the frame on top. From there, I just took that fabric and pulled it really tight on the other side because I don't want any bubbles in my fabric. And then I did the glue on the opposite side as well. Next, I'm going to flip my frame over to the back. To secure it really well on all sides, I'm going to use the Surebonder staple gun, and I'm just going to pull it tight and staple it in place. This staple gun was really easy to use. It wasn't hard, it wasn't cumbersome like some of them were, and the staples easily went into the frame. I just made sure that I got staples around the whole edge, and then I just came back in and cut off the excess fabric on the back. and here's a look at how my new wall art turned out. So for our next project, we're going to be dressing up this basket that I purchased for 50 cents at a garage sale. Now you could use this as a trash can, you could use it as like a little basket in your bathroom, so many different uses for it. So the first thing I wanted to do was spray paint it so it fit in a little bit better with my decor. So I got a matte navy color from Rust-Oleum. I feel like the matte colors versus the glossy colors look so much better in home decor. They're a little bit harder to find, but just make sure that you look for one that has matte instead of the glossy finish. So once my basket had a chance to dry and I did the top and the bottom, I brought it inside and I decided to add a little bit of ribbon. I had this ribbon on hand. If I had to guess, I would probably say it was from Hobby Lobby, but it was just a scrap that I had. I'm going to be weaving them over 2 spindles, tucking it under one and back over 2 spindles. Next, I'm going to be coming in with a mini detailed glue gun by Surebonder. I'm just going to be putting a little dab on those spindles. The detailed glue guns are great when you're working with little small projects and you don't want a big glob everywhere. So that's just going to help me to just really get the glue where I need it and then push the ribbon down. I love this cordless mini glue gun. It has 2 minutes that you can use it when it's not sitting on its stand, which is great because there's so many times that we have projects that we're working on and we have to like go away from our cord. So I love the cordless feature. Once I get the ribbon wrapped around to the end, I'm just going to cut off the ends and then I'm just going to hot glue them laying on top of each other. I think that will make the most natural transition. And this basket literally cost me less than $1 and I have a really decorative basket to sit out. If you guys had a chance to check out one of my recent thrift store videos, you probably saw me pick up this big storage thing and it was just interesting to me and I thought, you know, I think this would be great storage in an office. So I was thinking this would work well in an office to store maybe like photos or just, I don't know, it was so big that I thought it would be decorative but also functional. So I'm gonna be using matte black spray paint and I'm just going to be doing a coat over the whole thing. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna flip it over and do a coat on the bottom as well. Once the spray paint had dried, I decided I wanted to use this white and black polka dot scrapbook paper on the inside portion. So I'm just going to be putting the paper up there, measuring it out, and the way I do that is I just push the paper on and just kind of run my fingernail along to see how tall it is. Then I'm gonna take that paper, fold it in half, and then cut the paper off. Now, since it opens, there's like a little strip at the top. So I'm just going to need to cut that little strip off so that I have 2 different sides of my paper. And I did this probably 4 times, measuring out the paper using the template I had just created so that I could work all the way around my container. I'm just gonna be using my cordless mini glue gun to attach the paper onto the side. I had a little bit of trouble deciding what I wanted to put on the side. At first I thought about writing, you know, the word photos or something, and then I thought, well, what if I decide I want to put something else in it? So then I decided I didn't want to label it. So I came across this really cool sticker that I had from the Dollar Tree stickers. So I decided that would look cool on the side. So I pulled it off, and the first time I put it on long ways on the side, but then I decided, nope, I don't like that. So then I flipped it and actually put it on to where it was hanging over the front side. And since this sticker was kind of on the edge, I added in some matte Mod Podge just to really hold it in place for me. And I felt like once that dried, it held in place really well. And I also wanted to add a little bit of white distressing just to bring out the details because the sides had some cool details. So we just added a little bit of white paint around the edges. And here's a look at how my office storage turned out. All right, you guys, I promised you a giveaway at the end of this video, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. Surebonder was really nice, and I said, hey, can you send me some extra glue guns and glue sticks so that I can give them away to my subscribers? And that's exactly what they did. So I'm going to be giving away a glue gun just like the one that I use, a full-size glue gun that has the low and high heat settings. That's what I really like about this glue gun, and it also has a stand so it stands up. I'm also giving away a mini glue gun and just a variety of different glue sticks that they have to offer. So if you would like to win all of this crafting goodness, just make sure that you're 18 years or older, and then you just need to be a subscriber to lizfenwickdiy. So hit the little red button, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified anytime I post a video. Then go down in the comments and leave me a comment. The comment I'd like you to leave is, what video would you like me to do in 2020? What videos do you love seeing on my channel? Leave me a comment below if you have any suggestions for me, because I'm planning my schedule now and would love your input. Check back on your comments 3 days from now because I'll be leaving a message underneath the winner's comment. If you missed our last DIY video, I'm gonna link it up here so you guys can watch that video, and I'll talk to you guys in our next one. Bye.